The New England Patriots getting aggressive on day 2 of the 2020 NFL Draft, trading back up for the third time to get pick number 91 from the New York Jets in drafting tight end Dalton Keene. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Evan Lazar and Mike Petraglia. Guys, they're going with a tight end duo. Last time they did that was with Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez. We all know how that turned out pretty well for the Patriots. What do you like about Keene?
Well, I don't want to make that comparison because it's a little unfair to both players, but it does have a little bit of a feel of Gronk and Hernandez. You know, Asiasi more of the inline type that can get vertically up the field, and Dalton Keene more of the H-back slot, move him around the formation. He even played a little bit of running back at Virginia Tech, which we saw Aaron Hernandez do in the backfield for New England plenty. So there's some shades of that. You know, let's not get ahead of ourselves and start talking like that, but there's some shades of it. With Keene, 80th percentile tester, the best combine tester at the tight end position in this draft, an all-around athlete. I mentioned the role. He can do pretty much everything on offense, from slot to H-back to inline to running back. He played a core special teams role at Virginia Tech. The one catch is that he had a very limited route tree for the Hokies, so it's difficult to say what he's exactly going to bring to the table. We're projecting a little bit in terms of what he's going to do down the field. You know, anything but that's not behind the line of scrimmage or just kind of into the flats or little matchups in the underneath part of the field. Everything else is sort of a projection here, but I really like the player in terms of his athleticism and ability to create after the catch in particular.
I really look at him and I see potentially a replacement for James Devlin down the road. And, you know, with Devlin getting up there in age, this is a guy that you could plug in various roles in the offense, and I think he would not miss a beat. Do I think he's Rob Gronkowski to Aaron Hernandez? No, I don't think that's going to be the case here, even though Asiasi can run a lot more vertical routes and get upfield like Evan was saying. I think this is going to be a little bit different. I think the Patriots are looking for more of a power blocker. And, you know, we saw the impact of not having Rob Gronkowski in near the line of scrimmage or in and around the backfield to provide blocking assistance. And we saw what kind of impact it had last year. The Patriots' run game was not as consistent. And I think in short yardage situations, to have a guy like Dalton Keene on the field, maybe, you know, you can use him as a decoy. Maybe they throw the ball to him. Maybe he's a run blocker. And I think that's what they maybe had in mind, and certainly has the brains, and the leadership to step into New England and not miss a beat as a rookie.
The Patriots selecting Devin Asiasi and Dalton Keene ahead of guys who are mocked higher, like Adam Trautman. And you had Evan Keene possibly as a 4th, 5th, maybe even 6th rounder. What do you think the Patriots saw in him that made them trade up in this 3rd round to make sure they got him in Foxborough?
Glad you asked this question because it's really, I had him as a much lower prospect. The reason why is that I feel unsafe projecting guys like this, right? Guys that had such limited route trees, I just don't know what it looks like. I've never seen it before on tape, so I'm not sure if he's a guy that can actually be a downfield pass catcher or not. Bill Belichick, Nick Caserio, and that staff certainly knows a lot more about how he's going to exactly fit from a vertical standpoint. They're talking to coaches at Virginia Tech. They're talking to scouts. They're talking to other people in the college football world about what Keene, brings in that respect. So I think that they know a little bit more than I do in terms of the projection of what we might be looking at. But the biggest reason why I had him as high as I did was the athletic ability. And truly, I called him a Swiss Army knife because that's truly what he is. He is a guy that can line up pretty much everywhere. And Trags mentioned the blocking. A big thing about Keene is because of that athleticism, he can make blocks on the move pretty regularly, coming across the formation or getting out in front as kind of a lead blocker on the outside, on the perimeter. I'm not sure if you're going to really have him lead block in the hole like a James Devlin would, but just in terms of getting out and getting up onto the 2nd level and 3rd level of the defense and using that athleticism in space to block is certainly something that he can do effectively.
For all of our Patriots draft coverage, head to our website at clnsmedia.com and check it all out on our YouTube channels at Patriots Press Pass and CLNS Media.